Now we continue the same example. Let's say third part. Now our line that we are looking for, line is perpendicular to 3x plus 4y is equal to 10. Now same question, our line was passing through the point of intersection of two given lines. There are infinite lines that can pass through this point, but what we are looking for, we are looking for a line among these lines which is perpendicular to this line. 3x plus 4y is equal to 10. So therefore these were your two given lines. What were your two given lines? They were x plus y minus 4 equals to 0, this one, and let's say this was 3x minus y minus 8 is 0. Now our line, there are infinite lines that could pass through this point, but which line are we looking for? We are looking for a line which is passing through this point of intersection and also satisfying which condition? Our line should be perpendicular to this given line. Okay. So what we should do, what was the form of our line? X into 1 plus 3 lambda plus y 1 minus lambda plus 4 minus 8 lambda was 0. Now what is the property of our line that we are looking for? Our line is perpendicular to this line. Therefore the slope of our line and slope of this line m1 into m2 should be what? Minus 1. Now what is the slope of this line? The slope of this line is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. What is the slope of our line? Let's say this is m1. What is the slope of our line? Is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. Now the product of these two should be what? Minus 1, because these two lines are perpendicular. Therefore minus 3 by 4 into minus of 1 plus 3 lambda upon 1 minus lambda should be what? Minus 1. This and this goes. We have 3 plus 9 lambda equals to minus times 4 minus 4 lambda. So what do we get? 9 lambda plus 3 plus 4 minus 4 lambda equals to 0. What do we get? We have 5 lambda plus 7 equals to 0. Lambda is what? Minus 7 by 5. Now minus lambda minus 7 by 5 we'll put in the equation, you get the required equation. Minus 3 into 7 by 5 plus y 1 plus 7 by 5 plus 4 minus minus plus 8 into 7 by 5 equals to 0. This is 5 minus 21 minus 16x by 5, 7 plus 5 12y by 5, and this would be 5 4s are 20 and 7 8 56 76 by 5. So therefore taking 5 LCM and taking to the right side, we have 12y minus 16x plus 76 is 0. We can take 4 out. So this would be 4y minus 3x plus 19 is 0. This is the required member of the family which is perpendicular to this line and is also passing through the point of intersection of those two lines. Let's take another case. The line is equally inclined to the axis. The line is equally inclined to the axis. That is, we are looking for a line which is passing through the point of intersection of the given lines. That is x 1 plus 3 lambda plus y 1 minus lambda plus 4 minus 8 lambda. This line is satisfying which condition? That this line is passing through the point of intersection of given two lines. This line has to be inclined, equally inclined to both the axes. Now if a line is equally inclined to both axes, what does this mean? If a line is equally inclined to both axes, it simply means that the angle made by the line with both the axes is equal. Now since this angle is always 90 degree, this angle has to be what? 45 degrees. Therefore the slope of our line could be what? 135 degree if this is the case. Therefore m is what? Tan 135, which is minus 1. The second case could be the line is like this. If the line is equally inclined to the axis, again it will make 45 degree with the axis. Again this angle is what? 135, because how do we calculate our inclination? Positive direction and anti-clockwise. Therefore 135, again our slope will come out to be minus 1. Let's say we go for the third case. Suppose our line is like this. Again it is making equal angles with the axis. Therefore again this is 45, but this time this is positive direction and the angle made by the line is 45 itself. Therefore what is tan 45? Slope is 1. And the fourth case, if the line is like this, again, since it is equally inclined means making equal angles with the axis, therefore this angle is what? 45. Therefore again this is positive direction and making 45 degree with the positive direction of x-axis, therefore again the slope will come out to be 1. Therefore you should remember that whenever the question says the line is equally inclined to the axis, it means the value of m can be +1 or -1. As we had discussed earlier, if the question says the line cuts off equal intercepts, then we had discussed that m would be -1. But if it says that the line is equally inclined to the axis, then m can be +1 or -1. Therefore the slope of our line has to be either +1 or -1. Now what is the slope of our line? Slope is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y, and this value has to be either +1 or -1. So we will solve it one by one. -1 plus 3 lambda upon 1 minus lambda is what? -1. Therefore 1 plus 3 lambda is equal to 1 minus lambda. Lambda goes. Therefore we have 4 lambda equals to 0. Lambda equals to 0. Now if we put lambda equals to 0, if you look closely, we'll get what? We'll get the first equation itself. X 1 plus 0, y 1 minus 0, plus 4 minus 0 is 0. Therefore x plus y plus 4 is 0. What is this? This is your first equation itself. That is, we have got back our first equation. That is, any line which is passing through the point of intersection of two lines and is equally inclined to the axis will be, one of them would be this equation. For example, if you look at this equation, what is the slope of this line? The slope of this line is -1. This was your original equation. And the slope of this line is what? -1. And what we were looking? We were looking for this point, this slope -1. This is also passing through the point of intersection of both lines and it is having a slope of -1, and -1 was the slope we were looking for. Therefore, in this case, we have got back our initial equation itself. The second part would be if 1 plus 3 lambda upon 1 minus lambda is equal to +1. Now in this case, -1 minus 3 lambda will be equal to 1 minus lambda. So this would be 3 lambda on the right side and -1 minus 1. Therefore -2 is equal to 2 lambda. Therefore lambda is equal to -1. Now in this case, we'll put lambda equals to -1. Therefore x 1 minus 3 plus y 1 plus 1 and plus 4 plus 8 equals to 0. Therefore -2x plus 2y plus 12 equals to 0. We can take 2 out. Y minus x plus 6 equals to 0. This could be your second equation. Therefore there are two members of this family whose inclination, or rather who are equally inclined to the axis and are passing through the point of intersection of these two lines. This is your first equation. Therefore these are your two possible answers.